Hello and welcome to episode 68 of series 4 of Master League Story Mode, and oh my god am I nervous. We're about to see possibly one of the most incredible case studies in bottling it, in bottle jobs in the history of football. We're talking Keegan's Newcastle bottle job, we're talking Liverpool 2013-14 sort of bottle job. We're going to chuck everything that we've worked for all season away in 90 minutes. If we don't get something against Bordeaux today in the Coupe de France final, I just don't know how I'm going to keep going on with this series. I don't know how I'm going to keep going on with playing PES. It's hard to imagine I'll ever be able to look at a football again. We really, really need a win today, and a couple of little points beforehand. I'm in one of those difficult situations again where I've got a sleeping baby very close to me. So although this could be the most exciting game of the year, I'm going to have to try and keep the noise down. I don't want to wake the baby. But if we score or we don't score, then I'm going to get loud. I don't know, this is going to go horribly wrong. Second thing to bring up is, yeah, I've got a little side thing on the go at the moment. Another YouTube channel that I'm going to be very, very rarely, I'm sure, updating with just little random videos about things that I find interesting in football and vaguely related to football. It's called They All Count. Made it live yesterday. Some of you may have seen in the comments to the last Become a Legend series episode that I put a link in there. There's a link in the description now and probably a pinned comment as well. I would love it if you went over there and just subscribe now. I want to get to 100 subscribers. Surely, as a percentage of the 6,000 on this channel, we can get to 100 subscribers on there. And go and watch the first video. You might enjoy it. You probably won't, but you do get to see what I look like at least, which for some people seems to have been a huge disappointment, and I can only apologise for that. And there is a first video up to watch. Go and have a look. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear in the comments. Chuck a like, share it, subscribe, all of those things, and I'll try and get some more videos out. Might do some more World Cup stuff. Got a few different things planned. Might even go down the reaction video route just because it's easy and I don't have much time, because I want to be playing PES. New PES is coming, but for now, we need to win this game. But actually, I've just remembered another thing that I need to do, and we should have done this a lot earlier. Corinne's gone, isn't she? She wants to make a move away. And the team that we wanted to go to really was Arsenal. We've had an offer from Toulouse. We don't really want to stay in France. We would, maybe, if the PSGs or the Monacos came in. But Arsenal would be great. Obviously, we got a transfer request from Chelsea last season. That seemed to be a very big side. I don't know, maybe Arsenal might be out of our reach, even considering the great form that Corinne Diacre's Clermont have been showing over the last few months and how far she's managed to get them. I think even Arsenal at this point would be looking for a bit more experience. Corinne's only really had 2 seasons in the top flight. So I'm not 100% hopeful, but that's where we want to go. Take over from Arsene Wenger. What a story that would be for the French woman. But, yeah, for now, we've got to concentrate on Clermont. Is putting in that transfer request on the day of the cup final going to be difficult for team morale? Well, I think it's so soon that surely no one's going to be able to report on it by then. Only Corinne Diacre will know. I'm sure she won't let it show in what is probably her most important team talk of her career. Now, I had a lot of criticism in the last episode, and I think probably fairly so, for concentrating too much on team spirit and leaving out players who maybe could have done a better job. Well, okay, I'm going to take on board your advice, and we'll start from the back. Bernardoni does start, even though the Legali's on a blue. I mean, that's just too much of a hit. But we'll bring in Tisserand today for Holgate, who's tired and on poor form. And then, well, I think we're going to have to give Toure a run out. You all wanted to see him. We'll give him a run out of defensive midfielder, especially on a blue arrow. We've really got to bring him in. Benassa we'll keep on the bench. Everyone else, I mean, there's no better form than what we're seeing here. Ben Arthur's been struggling a little bit. That's one of the problems that we've had this season. We never really nailed that attacking midfield position. We sort of signed Masunda, Ben Arthur and Wellington to do that job. We need a combination of all three, really, to have the right player. Never quite able to find them. Oh, I think Wellington to start, maybe Ben Arthur as an early sub if we're struggling. And then I think we keep it all the same. Zagadou coming back in, Decore and Holgate had an absolute nightmare against Dolberg in the last episode. That was brutal to watch. Quick look at Bordeaux. I mean, they're a good side. Kamano, definitely their danger man out on that left wing. Jonathon Campbell up against his old side. He'll be hoping to impress. But it's do or die here today. Winner takes all. Come on, Clermont. So obviously throughout this series I've been full of words. The build up to a game of this magnitude, there's a million different things I could say, but really all we need today is to win, and goals, and good defense. No, actually we probably are going to need more words. Oh, I'm so nervous, so nervous. Once again, I feel like I should have put in the hours on the training pitch before this. But, you know, at this point of the season, we've done all the hard work. Can we just please try and not throw it away? Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. I mean, they're probably not as strong a side as Ajax, who absolutely outclassed us in the Europa League. But this could go either way. We're only 90 minutes potentially away for Karim Diakra's first bit of silverware as a Clermont foot manager. Can we pull it off? Karamo, good battling there with Sankari. Duarte threads the needle into Koyalapu. Now Wellington Nem. Little ball into Olivier Ncham. Looks for Karamo. Ball back into Ncham. Pokes it. Koyalapu. Yes! Yes! It's the perfect start here for Clermont. I'm trying to celebrate quietly, but it's very difficult. What you can't see here is I've actually got a little monitor to my right hand side with my daughter asleep. And every time I celebrate, I look down. Is she awake? Is she stirring? She's not. So we're winning on 2 counts here. This is incredible. Very, very exciting work. It's good work from everyone in the midfield here. This is a very tight 1-2 attempted. And Ncham did get there. Managed to get away a shot with the outside of his right boot, but Koyalapu was there. Golden boots with a golden touch to get us up here in this massive, massive final. It was a good save, actually. Really good save. But the tap-in sees us 1-0 up here. Come on, Clermont. Wellington Nem gets a foot in. It's not cleared. Sankare, lovely step away there. Zagadou gets a head to it. Not cleared. Danger here. Palladino, that's a lovely ball into the board. He swivels. Great effort. Bernardoni can jump on it. Bordeaux just reminding us that they're here to play as well. Pereira. Ball out to Palladino. Bordeaux really piling on the pressure here. Koyalapu falls for the dummy. Far post. Camano. Bernardoni gets down well. Bordeaux. Patient build up here. Pereira. That's a great ball into Sankari. He can take it down. Does really well to keep it in. Dangerous ball to the far post and Camano's there to head in. That was a really good goal. We didn't make the mistake that I thought we were going to make. That was really just Bordeaux with some excellent work. Great ball over from Sankari. Did so well to keep that in. Put it into the far post and Camano draws things level with a good header. We were hanging in there though. Bordeaux came back at us so strongly after our goal. And we haven't been able to really respond. Now Wellington Nem just can't quite keep the ball in those positions like he used to be able to. Duarte, great ball into Karamo. Oh, Vesterman does enough. Just does enough there. Cafu, great interception. And he looks to go first time into Jan Karamo. Oh, it's fallen to him here. Jan Karamo will hit it. Oh, side netting. Side netting. The travelling Clermont fans thought that was in for a second. Cafu won it back well and had only one idea in his head. First touch was a fortunate one. Maybe was a little ponderous getting that into a shooting position. Could only hit it into the side netting. And there we are. It is 0-0 at half time. And Bordeaux struck back, and to be honest, they deserved the goal. We scored first and then weren't really able to create anything else. I'm thinking Wellington Nem might not be the right player for this game. I think we need the control and the measured, slightly more measured approach anyway of Ben Arthur in that position. I think we will make a change early on. But yeah, this is going to go all the way to the wire. Very, very closely matched teams. Bordeaux turned up the pace, stepped up a gear after going behind. It's going to be interesting to see how each team comes out in this second half. I think Clermont are going to push a little bit more attacking now. We want to win this one, and it's there to be won. Come on. So this pains me to say, I can't believe this has happened. A technical error means that we've literally, I'm not even making this up, we have lost the footage for this second half of the Coupe de France final. You join us now, just after the 90th minute. We've done it! We've done it! The papers were calling her a specialist in failure, perhaps setting her up for the Arsenal job. It would be the natural successor, but no. Actually, much like Arsene Wenger, she at the very least had a cup win up her sleeve. And yeah, I mean, you've got to put it down to the great teamwork for that second goal. There is Karim Diakra. We don't get to see much of her. As you can see, the body, not quite right. The face, neither right. But what she does encapsulate, although the image isn't right, is just an incredible young manager. A female manager winning the Coupe de France. They said it would never happen, but it has. And it's beautiful to see. There she is embracing the captain, Olivier Ncham, a player that she's had by her side throughout this incredible, this meteoric rise that Clermont have seen. And it's great to see them all together today. Great to see the two young guns as well, scoring the goals in the final. And yeah, especially great there for the Clermont fans. They've travelled en masse. And they've seen a historic victory in a very, very closely fought game. Very, very close. Will Creeg be at their club next season? The jury's still out on that. Rumours already. The final only just finished that Arsenal are interested. That Creeg is looking for another side. Who knows though? Who knows? Maybe we stay. We'll never know. It's a shame that we're not going to get Champions League. That might have been the one thing that could have tipped her into staying another season. But for now, we just enjoy this victory. And it's the two young guns, 7s apiece. Lovely, lovely work. I think it was a good idea bringing Touré in. Absolutely. He was solid in the middle. Really, really happy with that. So there we are. And what a route it was. We beat Nancy-Lorraine. And then we had to beat Marseille, Saint-Etienne and PSG en route to the final. These things don't happen by mistake. We scored plenty of goals and there were plenty of thrilling games to get us there. None least the last game against PSG. So pleased for us. So pleased to win something. And a lot of improvements in our players as well. Emery Moore up to 79. Alcibiade still increasing. That's amazing. He's not a spring chicken by any stretch of the imagination. Will we find anything out about Arsenal before this game? So here we are. Congratulations. Koyalapu makes it player of the tournament and top scorer. And Cafu gets the assist leader. Lovely work from him. 3 players in the team of the tournament. Obviously semi-finals in the Europa League was a shame. But generally pretty pleased. Has the Fat Sheikh got anything to say? Yes. A massive thank you and congratulations. No, thank you. Thank you for all the money. I mean, to be fair, you were very, very generous with your cash. Although we're a little low on salary at the moment. That might not be an issue if we leave. So final game of the season. I'm tempted not to play it because very sadly, we're only going to finish 4th. We're not going to finish 5th. 4th is sealed. But we can't finish in the Champions League spots. That's the biggest shame maybe of this season, is chucking that away at the end. Obviously the Europa League was tough. I don't think we're ever really going to win the league. That might have always been too much of a stretch. But we'll play this last game, if for nothing else, than for Big Yan Karamo. He can still get golden boot. He needs 3 goals today. 4 would be 1 more than Neymar. I guess he can share it. Let's see what form he's on today after doing so well in the final. Good form, obviously. Might give Passetto another run out. This probably will be our last game at Clermont. So I think the only fair thing to do would be to give Loppy his game. Yep, it's happening. The one man we never thought we'd see play. He'll come in today at defensive midfield. He's been at the club since Creeg. He's never played a game. Well, he'll get one today with everything over in the league. And we'll give Big Sav a run out as well, just for old time's sake. I think that was only fair to do that. Emery Moore is up to 79 now. In theory, he's a much better player than Jonathon Cafu. But Jonathon Cafu's been great for us, as we saw, assist leader in the Coupe de France. So we'll give him a run out. It's going to be interesting to see how Loppy does. 28 years old. Right footer. I guess he can pass a bit. He's not super bad in defence. But, you know, this is one for the fans, really. Dihon, well, we don't really care, do we? We just want to get a Karamo hat-trick. That's all we're aiming for today. Anything else doesn't really matter. Come on, then. So here we go. The league, well, doesn't mean much now. But these Clermont fans have been celebrating now for a good solid week. And it's a guard of honour celebrating these cup-winning players. It's a historic win for Clermont. Never won the Coupe de France before. Never really even got that close. But Creeg has done it. And this incredible side. It is, as I say, a shame that we're going to miss out on Champions League. That might have been the thing that kept Creeg at the side. Although she needs to move to new pastures. She's done a lot here with not very much. Imagine what she could do at a big side with some big players and a higher overall rating limit. It's exciting to think. But for now, let's get Big Yan the golden boot. And let's say goodbye to these Clermont fans in style. Come on then. And Dihon have taken the lead. That's not in the script. That was all a little easy there for Dihon. Let's take a look at that. Bit of post-mortem here, Jeannot. Oh, Holgate, what are you doing? And then Zagadou pulled out of position by his defensive partner's rash decision-making. Left an easy line through for the Dihon player. And then one-on-one with Bernardoni. Well, it's been all Clermont here. That sums up our season a little bit. Just can't quite finish things off. And half-time here in Clermont. And this is not how it's meant to go. We've not been great, to be honest. We've had chances. Dihon had one good chance, put it away well. I think we just want this season to be over now. This is just the sort of pain that we've had to go through. So many highs and then crushing lows as well. But we're still riding high on that Coupe de France win. This doesn't really bother me that much. Let's get it done. Come on. Yan Karamo, 4 goals, 45 minutes. Let's do it. Jam sees the run of Wellington Nem. What a ball that is. Wellington Nem through on goal, and that's a lovely finish from the diminutive Brazilian. We haven't had a chance to say that in a long time. But he found a lovely little passageway through the centre, and then Jam looked up, saw him. What a ball that is. And then Nem just had the pace to stay ahead of his man. Good low finish. And we're back in this one. Nem skips away. Oh, and then turns away from two. Lovely work. And then he'll stream forward. Karamo out to Koyalapu. Runs into trouble. Looks for the ball around the corner into Saavedra. It's a lovely one. Ball in, Jan Karamo, surely. No. He's not going to get the golden boot. Finishing like that. And that was a very, very good chance. Oh, Lopi. Such strength. Power. Why have you been on the bench? Now he looks to streak forward and launch the attack. And Cham into Cafu. Cafu wide to Lopi. He's been involved here. Ball through to Karamo's a delicious one, but he couldn't quite bring it under his spell. And there we have it. A disappointing game to mark the end of... No, it can't be called a disappointing season. It just can't. If we call last season, you know, a breakthrough season, then to consolidate that by getting Europa League again, but doing a little bit better, and then also winning the Coupe de France, that's got to be seen as a success. There's no other way of painting it. However much the press might like to try, those evil bastards. So there we have it. And the final fixture will see us just miss out there by 4 points. Well, 5 points. Nice ahead of us fairly comfortably in the end. We were never going to end up close to PSG, but it was great to be there with them at one point. It did feel possible for a while, didn't it? So 1 win, 3 draws and 1 loss in the final month of the season. The Ajax one was particularly tough. A couple of draws in the league put paid to our Champions League chances. And yeah, no real great performances from anyone, but it doesn't really matter. We won the cup. Who cares? Jan Karamo, though, look at that. His shooting fell off a cliff when it came to the crunch. It's going to really make us think twice about bringing him to our next club. Because we know now that under pressure, just can't quite do it. Beginning of the season, he was slotting them away for fun, but when we needed him, 7% success rate. Deary me. And the passes received as well. Very, very low. I don't know how your passes received can be so low. That can't be good. Also, his dribbling 63%. He was just having a nightmare. Really, really poor play. So team of the season, and everything we've said about him, he does make it in. Big Jan, the man. I mean, the beginning of the season, he looked to be the only choice for Golden Boot. Neymar snuck in and won it at the end. So Tisserand, there's people interested in him. I'm not surprised. He was the incredible 6th man for us, or 12th man, I guess. Great substitute. Maybe could have been a starter, really. Claremont obviously have offered us a contract extension. Smart from them. And we've made the owner very happy. Well, that's good to know. That is good to know. So now we've just got to wait and see if any clubs come in for us. So it's taken a long time to get a response, which makes me think maybe we should have started this process a little bit earlier. Will Karim Diakra be going to Arsenal? Ooh, we've been offered the job. We've been offered it. That's very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's go and take a look. Obviously, the big problem we're going to have moving anywhere, which is something to take into consideration, is we're going to have to change this formation. It's going to look very, very different. And that is going to have a big impact on team spirit. It's going to be a brutal hit in team spirit to begin with. Is this Arsenal? I don't know if it is. They've sold so many players. So, still got Koscielny, still got Santi Cazorla, still got Sanchez. 3 players you probably wouldn't expect him to have. Who's this? Perpegui? Guessing he's a fake player. They've got Boga, a player we looked at signing for a while. It's not a great side. They need a lot of work. It would be a rebuild. Ramsey's still there. That's good. Alex Teixeira. I mean, he's a quality player. Played with him in the Become a Legend series. They've signed Malcolm. There's a lot of talk about that happening. He'd be fine. Out on that right-hand side. He's probably a lot higher rated as a winger. And then we've got a few players here who would be our highest rated player. So we'd be able to deal with 83 or above. Actually, Sanchez is probably higher than 83 in the right position. I'm fine. I'm fine for him to be here. We'll see what he could do if he'd stayed at a proper team. So yeah, a lot to do. They've signed Ashley Williams. That's so true to life. That has been mentioned so many times. It's going to be hard to say no to Arsenal. So just as a little, just to entice us, the Fat Sheikh has opened up his checkbook again. Added just 123 million euros and 18 million salary budget. I mean, we could do a lot with that. We could do a lot. But we've got to move. This is meant to be a journeywoman series, as a lot of you have mentioned. We've been at Claremont for quite a while now. Let's keep going. So there we have it. We have been offered the Arsenal job. Brilliant, brilliant work. But very oddly, though, when we go through to the manager offers, there seem to be 2 offers in here from Arsenal. Both in the Premier League. That's very odd. Very odd. Where did they finish? They finished 4th. Just sneaking into the Champions League again. So, just 3 days left before the end of the manager transfer window elapses, and we've been given a late opportunity to manage at Nice. That's probably going to be a no. So there we have it. Those are the offers. The vote will be going out. I guess it's going to be Arsenal, isn't it? So find out in the next episode what we choose, what the patrons decide to choose. If you want to be involved in that vote, you can pay $1 or more a month. And you'll get to vote on all the crucial decisions like this. But join me in the next episode where Karim Diakra could be managing in the Premier League, could be at Arsenal, taking over from Wenger. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you in a bit.